welcome to the Tone Show. Today I'm talking about NightFlyers Season 1. Let's get into it. So in NightFlyers, guys, Syfy has done something original in how it released the show. I think how it released the show was pretty cool. They offered the first 2 episodes on demand. And after the first episode, you can probably see like the first, second, and third episode. After that, they released the first 5 episodes. And next thing you know, after that, they had all 10 episodes available to binge. So basically, they offered this like a binging format, which is really cool because if you like the first episode, next thing you know, you're watching the second and third episodes, even before they premiere live. So that was pretty original of Syfy to release the episodes in that way. I'm hoping more of their shows are available in a binging format. But as far as the execution of the show itself, not a lot of original things here. Not a lot of original things. I went into this like a trip. Most trips you're hoping you're gonna have a great time. But as further along I got in the trip, like the third and the fourth day, I was like, ah man, this is weighing on me. And at the end, I feel like it was too late, too little was given. So the premise of the show basically is that they're leaving Earth on this ship called the NightFlyer, and they're gonna go intercept with an alien life form, and hoping that this alien life form for the main scientist Carl can provide some answers, not just to save the planet Earth, which is encountering some type of crazy virus, but also some answers to his own personal life. Carl and everybody on this crew, even though they're leaving Earth, they're bringing all their baggage, all their problems with them. In the first season, which is a mini-series, it's a mini-season, it's 10 episodes. We just follow these characters as they take all their crap from Earth into space with them and all the trauma they experience. And it was kind of sad because at the first 2 episodes, I was kind of curious. The whole, what is the Vulcan, the Vulcan, blah, blah. Anyway, the damn alien entity, curiosity that around it, I was experiencing that in the first 2 episodes. First two and three, I was curious. I wanted to know what this entity was. Were they gonna reach it? What were they gonna learn? But as the show went on from like episode 4 and on, it just dragged on. It was very too little. It was little morsels that they were giving us. Not enough things were being explained. And it started to drag. It got to the point where it got really, really slow. Now, as far as the characters, I thought everybody on the show, I thought all the actors did a great job. I don't think the show was way down because of lack of performance of the actors. I thought all the actors did a great job. It was a great ensemble cast. Everybody definitely brought their A game. The material, they just weren't able to save it, honestly. And by the time you got to the last episode, episode 10, it was too late, too little was given. Even though episode 10 has so many revelations, it was too late at this point. You gave up. You were like, I finished it because I started. I knew it was 10 episodes, but if it was more than 10 episodes at the pace that it was going, I definitely would not have finished. And what was up with the captain? The character of the captain, they kept changing him. First, he's a hologram. Then he's some type of an android or robot, and then he's a mutant clone. Like, too late, too little. And they gave you all this stuff at the end. Oh, by the way, the character Melantha, she's also a clone. Like, it was so much that was given in the last episode, just jumbled in there, and it wasn't enough to save it, for my opinion. This show has a Rotten Tomato score right now of 33%. The audience score is over 70%. So this is one of those rare cases where the critics are like, this is crap, but the fans definitely save it. You normally see that in action movies, and this is definitely not an action movie. This is sci-fi horror. So there were all the characters that basically they were all jumbled up. Even the character of Rowan, guys, the guy kills people brutally with an axe, and the character of Carl at the end is like, what the hell? Let him out of his cell. I need him right now. It doesn't matter if he just butchered some people with an axe. If he killed the captain, he just let him right out of his cell. Come on. So things like that just ran me crazy. But the fact that Dr. Agatha turned out to have powers also. Like, wouldn't they have known that from the beginning that she was an L? Like, all of a sudden it was a surprise. Oh, she's an L too. And not only is she an L, but then there's this crazy feedback loop. So it's like they kept creating these own problems. And what was up with the meat locker of a satellite? That was just gross. That was just gross. The fact that the satellite had meat in it and they were able to communicate. And at the end of the show, Carl finally gets back home. So after all this, basically all 10 episodes, it took Carl to realize that what he really wanted was to be home with his daughter. That's what he realized. And the fact that they left the last episode on a cliffhanger, I didn't like that either. The fact that they shut the power down, I want to know what's going to happen. What if there's no season 2? There's supposed to be a season 2, right? But what if there's no season 2? It has not been renewed as of yet. We don't know if this show is going to get a season 2. So it was left kind of like on a weird cliffhanger, and Carl just got back to his family. Like, Like after all this, that's what happened. Come on, come on. So it threw too many elements were in there. Oh, Lumi can go into the actual computer, and she's fighting the mother of the captain. And then the mother of the captain at the end reveals, oh, everybody, he's a clone of mine. He's not just a clone; he's an opposite sex clone. That it was just too much. At the end, they gave all this sci-fi stuff, which should have been given to us in little morsels throughout the episodes. They shouldn't have withheld. Like for example, the whole episode where they met those women who were on that ship, who were basically cannibalizing clones grown from semen. That was just weird, and I don't see how that fed into the overall story. Like they spent too many time. I don't think they had enough episodes to spend time on something like that particular episode. Some episodes just were missing, were missing a point at all, basically. And I just feel like by the time they got to the end, it was too little, too late. They try to throw everything in at the end. Oh look, it's a human clone gene thing now. The captain is. Are you interested? No, I'm not. It's too late. It's a letdown as far as the story, in my opinion. Like it was too little in this story. They didn't spread it out enough. It was too many elements that were thrown at the end, and there was too many slow periods that I was like, come on. But I really got to give it up to the cast. I thought it was a really strong cast. I thought the actors did a great job. I thought the visuals were great. It kind of reminded me of The Abyss, this show. It had that dark, all those corridors that they went around. I thought the ship was a great character. The ship itself, the Nightfly, great character. The visuals I thought were really cool. But the story and the plot were just all over the place. So if NightFlyers did a season 2, I'm not sure if I would even start it, because again, I don't want to be drawn through a whole bunch of episodes and at the end you're trying to feed me everything. Like I feel like there were a lot of opportunities that were wasted, but I kept watching it because I was like, I want to know what's going to happen. But a lot of wasted opportunities. I'm not sure if I would watch season 2, honestly, if it does get renewed. Right now, I'm like, I'm not sure at all. Anyway, that's how I feel about NightFlyers, y'all. What did you guys think of this show? What was your favorite moments? What was your worst moments watching this show? There were some moments that I was like, these ladies are really eating sperm clones. Come on. Oh, anyway, this is just my thoughts on NightFlyers season 1. This is the Tone Show. As always, Tone Show. Ow. Ooh.
Remember to like and subscribe for more Tone Show.